Hello everyone. We are back on the channel and today we are going to discuss Gemini, the newly released artificial intelligence model with which Google intends to challenge ChatGPT. I will warn you, however, that in this video we will not just say nice things. I will start by saying that I actually did not want to discuss Gemini yet for two reasons. First of all, Gemini Ultra, Google's top-of-the-line model that is supposed to outperform ChatGPT, is not yet available. So we have a technical report, we have some numbers, but we lack substance, we lack a model to test on. Second, Google's communication about the launch of Gemini Ultra has been very opaque. At times I almost had the feeling that they were trying to pull our leg. So the goal of this video is to do an examination, an in-depth look to understand what those numbers we are reading online mean, and most importantly to understand if Gemini Ultra is really the artificial intelligence they are trying to sell us. Before we start though, I remind you as always to leave a like on this video because it helps me a lot to grow the channel and thus to always bring new content. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming videos and stay up to date on artificial intelligence. Below in description, you will find the link to the Telegram channel dedicated to the community and all artificial intelligence enthusiasts. So if you want, click on the link and join the channel. Having said that, let's not waste any more time, let's go to the computer and start our analysis right away. We begin our journey with this web page, the page that was used to announce the release of Gemini, this new Google model. Here on this page, which I leave linked in the description, we find all the information we want about Gemini. They talk about this new era, the arrival of Gemini. They talk about multimodal artificial intelligence, so capable of working with text, images, video, audio, and code. If we go down, they also talk about the three versions of Gemini, Ultra, Pro, and Nano, where Ultra is the most powerful, Pro is the middle ground, and Nano is mainly for mobile devices, such as the Google Pixel. If we then go up, clearly we are interested in Gemini Ultra, which is Google's workhorse, the one it wants to wipe out ChatGPT. We find this blessed table that everybody is showing online. So let's try to understand what this table is. This table basically contains the results that Gemini Ultra and GPT-4, so Google's model, and OpenAI's model, so ChatGPT, got on a series of tests. These tests are these here with these very strange names on the left. They are benchmark tests. So tests that now serve as benchmarks. They are standards, and they are typically used to evaluate the quality of different LLMs, so large language model. So those models that are behind the artificial intelligences that we use like Google BD, ChatGPT, Bing Chat, and so on. The meaning of this table, simply put, is this. They are telling us, look, we have done all these tests, and in most cases Gemini Ultra scores higher than GPT-4. So since we beat GPT-4 in most of the tests, our Gemini Ultra model is the best that currently exists. I may be okay with this. However, this somewhat striminess table really tells me very little. I want more information. So what did I do? I opened the official technical report in which Google presents Gemini. Clearly, I leave you all the links below in description to check that what I say is actually true. So what we see in this table is that all these tests have been done. These here are the results that Google engineers got on Gemini Ultra, while I'm interested in these here, which are the results they got on GPT-4. If you notice, these results are accompanied by two different wordings. In one case we have via API, and in one case we have reported. Let us therefore try to understand what these inscriptions mean. In the case of via API, it means that the result of this test was not available, so Google's engineers did these tests using the OpenAI API, so actually everything is fine, they use GPT-4. This reported instead means that they basically took this result, this value, from a technical report. At this point we ask, but from what technical report was this result taken? I did some research and I have good news, in the sense that it was taken from an official technical report, which is this one. Link always in description. Let me show you the header. We have GPT-4 technical report OpenAI, date March 27, 2023. If we go to the table I was showing you earlier, okay, as you see we have all these numbers. So these here are the test results that we also find in the Google technical report. In fact, if you see MML5 shot 86.4, we go to the Google report, MML5 86.4. We go back to the OpenAI report. We have, for example, drop 3 880.9. We go back to the Google report, and we see drop 3 880.9. So actually the results that we read in the Google report, so in the Gemini Ultra report, are taken from this OpenAI report, dated March 27, 2023. At this point, a question that comes naturally to me is, but excuse me, from March to November 2023, OpenAI published nothing, no model, no update. That seems quite strange to me. So let's check on the official OpenAI website, this here. So it's the official OpenAI website, link in description. The model mentioned in the March 27, 2023 report is this one here, GPT-41613. In fact, if we go to the Google report of Gemini Ultra, this one here, what we read is just GPT-41613, so there is no doubt that the model that Google considered for this comparison is this one here. The argument, what is it? Very simple. This model is not the last one that has been published by OpenAI. In fact, all these models that you see above were published later and are much more up-to-date. In particular, I am struck by this one, GPT-41106 Preview, also called GPT-4 Turbo, which is a much more powerful model than the one that Google considered for comparison. In fact, if we go and look at this model, which is the last one that actually OpenAI released, it has 128,000 tokens, as opposed to the 8,000 in the model that Google used for comparison, and it is updated until April 2023, whereas instead, the model that Google used for comparison is updated until September 2021. So it seems clear to me that between the latest model that OpenAI released and the model that was instead considered by Google to make the comparisons, there is quite a difference. In fact, online we find tests, such as this one, comparing the latest OpenAI model, so the latest ChatGPT model, to simplify, and the OpenAI model that Google considered instead. In this case, this test was done. So PLMS, as you can see, the latest model of OpenAI gets an accuracy of 87.18, while instead the model of OpenAI considered by Google is much less powerful and gets an accuracy of 52. Therefore, this model wins for the simple fact that we can use it via API. To give some context, it's as if Google is saying, hey, we compared our Gemini Ultra with GPT-4, but we didn't consider the latest model of GPT-4, we used an older model. And since our Gemini Ultra gives better results in tests, our AI is the best overall. This would be akin to saying, hey, Fiat cars are much faster than BMWs, because I compared my brand new Panda with a 50-year-old, half-destroyed, engineless BMW. Clearly my Panda was faster, so Fiat is always faster than BMW, even the newer model. This kind of comparison is not fair at all, and many users are complaining about the lack of transparency in Google's communication. Therefore, all the numbers we read are meaningless. We don't know if Gemini Ultra is better or worse than ChatGPT because it is not out yet. We can't try it or test it, and we understood that the numbers are not very reliable. Another point to make is that when we talk about AI, we are talking about engineering and science. So, you should not blindly trust what the creators or companies say, or even me, despite the fact that I have a degree in computer engineering. Often, in the rush to post a video to take advantage of fresh news and get views, we do not read reports or articles carefully and end up spreading the same lies we read, causing misinformation. So, get informed, read deeply, ask for clarification where things do not seem clear to you, and approach the study of AI information with a critical spirit. With that, I have said all I wanted to say. If you haven't already done so, I remind you to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on upcoming content. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. Regards.